Welcome to Tush Twins. I can't control these guys on MalcolmPresents.com with the
Oh, Lord, help us all.
cheek.
With the right and the left are interchangeable.
Paula and Max. Hey, Max,
yeah,
take us into the show.
I'll take you in because, again,
You're my intro and outro girl.
right. I got to do this, even though I do it so many times. But hey, so move over. Betty and Wilma, Laverne and Shirley, Lucy and Ethel, Amy and Tina, and all these great gals. It's more gals even that we know. Here come the Tush Twins.
Tush Twins.
Tush Twins with tales of friendship from Brooklyn and beyond. Maxine Faith, moi, Paula Rose, aka Rusty, aka the Redhead. If you see that.
Auntie Cuckoo.
Auntie Cuckoo, that's for sure. God Maja. We'll bring you through. She's the God Maja. You know, you heard of the Godfather? This is the God Maja.
I'm the God Maja.
The God Maja.
The Godfather is like 50 years old already.
Yeah. I heard they have a new series about the making of it.
Yes, it looks good.
I don't get that streaming thing. Anyway, so we'll bring you through our 60 plus years of friendship with levity, drama, joy, yay, and unabashed platonic love. You know, the love, whatever the love is. From Brighton to Coney, New York City to the burbs, and to the whole wide world. We have been through it all, and we'll take you through our journey. We know each other so long and so well. Our atomic particles have been joined at the tush. So we hope you enjoy our tales, pun intended, because, you know, the bunny has tails over there. So, you know, we get frustrated in life for a lot of reasons. And, you know, when we were kids, you know, back in the day in Brooklyn, if there was a problem with something you bought, you'd go to the store and you'd speak to the person who owned the store.
You bought it from.
And you would say, hey, bought this, didn't realize there's a hole in it or something, whatever. I want a new one or my money back. And 9 out of 10, you're good. You would speak to them, and it was different times, right? Different ways to deal with people directly. Now you can't get any satisfaction. You know, leave it to the Rolling Stones.
No satisfaction.
So today most things are bought online, and we're bound to check things online, and service like cable with internet and TV, computers, cell phones, everything is tethered to customer service, but you either get a chat bot who you don't even know is real or fake or whatever, or you get kept on the phone for
blow up doll.
right, for hours. It could be a blow up doll for, I don't know, but you're on the phone for what appears to be hours. And when you finally get how many? What'd you say?
I was on the phone for an hour and a half with DirecTV.
Right.
And I'm using names. I don't take prisoners. I'm using names.
Well, you know, do you know that the average person spends 13 hours a year get in a calling queue waiting to get
13 hours a year? I did that, I think, in the last month at least.
Yeah, I think that's way
off.
I
did that in the last week.
You know, I did it with, and I'll name names too, American Express. I will name names. You know, you get online with these people and you speak to them, and it's the first line of defense. They're usually, you know, a level 1 employee, and they take your call, but they can't do anything about it. If I had a freaking dollar for every time I said, can I speak to the supervisor? How much you think we'd have, all of us collectively? I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars, I think. So to me,
Millions.
It's just insane as to what is going on. And this is, let me read this paragraph so then we can start bitching. And I hope we can use the word bitch on YouTube.
This episode is called Bitch Fest.
Right. So
Yes.
American consumers spend on average, as I said before, 13 hours per year in a calling queue with an estimated monetary cost of $38 billion. A third of complaining consumers must take 2 or more calls to resolve their complaint. 2 or more calls? How about 10 calls? And that ignores the portion who simply give up out of exasperation after the first call. So
Mhm.
why is consumer service still so bad? Part of the answer is that a subset of companies purposely make callers jump through hoops with the hope that they'll simply give up. When this happens, the company saves money on redress costs. At a first glance, this may seem problematic. What about customer retention and brand reputation? Research shows that companies with a large market share, think airlines, cable, and internet that we just mentioned, can get away with bad practices because customers have nowhere else to
can.
go. We play the game Monopoly. This may help us understand why some companies, some of the most hated companies in America, are so profitable. So we're like effed. I'll use it. I can't say the whole word. YouTube won't let me.
We
but-
are it.
So what? So we each should give an example of what we've had deal with when we're trying to get customer service. The customer is supposed to always be right. What happened to that slogan?
Hey, Max, tell me yours. And show me yours. I'll show you mine.
Well, I had a recent fun time with Amex. Now, understand, I've been a loyal customer of American Express with business cards and personal cards since 1981. Get it? I've been with Amex longer than my son is on the planet. It is preposterous. So something happened. They had an issue when I was paying a bill. It wasn't going through, and apparently something went awry, and they never told any of their customers. I only found out after researching that they were hacked somehow. So somebody got my information and started sending me these bills and things saying that my card will be disconnected, cut off. You can't pay. There's no funds, blah, blah, blah. And I went, what the hell? What are you talking about? I couldn't get a person. I got a chat bot, and I didn't have to make the payment that I made to this chat bot to Amex because it was already paid. So now I say, this is fraud. I'm being hacked. I call the fraud division, thinking that at least the fraud division would have people who had some information and could help you. Wrong. You call up and you think you're in the fraud division, but you're actually first in the customer division with somebody across the planet on the other side. They have no clue. As I said, they're a level 1 employee. They're the front gate. They're the gatekeepers, pretty much. And they don't want anything to do with anything. And I said, I want someone in the United States. I want to be connected with the fraud division in the US. I want a supervisor.
You mean
who can act-
George? You need someone named George?
No, Michael. My name is Michael.
Michael?
I mean, I don't want to
I'm
be
from
prejudiced. And
India. I'm
that
born and
sound,
raised
that
in
sounded
Indiana.
that sounds very prejudiced. When I remember on
It's
the phone a
not.
while, when I got a call and I asked the guy, where are you? And he goes, I'm in Delhi, California.
Yeah.
And I went, you mean New Delhi? So, you're in Delhi. Yeah. Robert is in Delhi, California, which is a place I think in near
India.
Palm Springs or India, right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Anaheim?
I don't know where.
I don't know where the hell it is.
It's down. It's east. It's near Palm Springs in Indio, that area. We're in the desert.
Yeah.
So I am literally getting nowhere with these people, like nowhere. And I'm like, this is fraud. This is a hack. And I said, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to speak to the detective in my town, and I'm going to report what's going on and tell them what's happening so they have a record. Well, you can do that.
You can
Instead
do
of-
what you like.
This is what it is. I said, you need to stop all my cards. Something is happening. Oh, we'll stop your cards. we'll send you some new ones. You'll get it in 2 weeks. I said, are you insane?
No,
What the hell are you talking about? How long have I been a customer with you? And that's not even the issue here. The issue is you were hacked and you're not saying it because they don't let you say it. And it's in the news. And the only reason it's reported on some financial site is because they got a hold of it. But somehow it didn't make major news that Amex was down that day because of hacking, and that you were lucky to be one of the hacked.
They're afraid someone's going to sue them.
So anyway, who?
They're
I'm
afraid.
afraid someone's going to
clients are
sue
gonna sue them.
them.
Yeah, well, of course. So in any event, this went on for over a week. They sent my cards. I said, my account is stopped. I can't use it. And I said, I want all my cards express mailed, FedEx the next day. So they send me the cards, and then sure enough, they all should have different numbers now, right? So that the person and I changed my
Same
password.
numbers?
Well, some of them had the same different numbers, but some had the same numbers. 2 had the same numbers. And I'm like, how do you, I had to call back and I had to go through the whole thing. Now they have notes. When you call, they have notes, but you have to go through the same thing over and over and over again. The same information, the same number, the same this, the same that. I was like, you know, my Fernando the Bull, and it came out of the steam comes out of the mouth, and I was like, I'm like, what are you doing? Well, you have to pull up my nuts. I spoke to this supervisor, and I gave him 3 names, and I like, and that's their
That
number. And
person's
that's
not
their
here.
number. You know,
They're in
right?
they're in Arizona.
Right. Arizona, Mexico.
Eating chopsticks.
What I like is that they give
in
you at
China.
the beginning of the phone call, they say, this call is being recorded.
Oh yeah, I welcome recording. I told them, I said
always.
many times, I tell them, yeah, I'm being recorded. Is that correct? Yes. Well, just so you know, you're being recorded.
No, I always say, well,
And
look,
then they go,
look-
well, you can't do that. And I said, in the state of New York, I can. And I will bring out my legal jargon and tell them, according to the state of New York, if I tell you I am, also recording, I believe that
Mhm.
you're screwed. Anyway, to make a long story short, this went on literally for 10 days. And the second time when they sent the cards wrong, the first time, they were going again, oh, you'll get it in 2 weeks, same thing. And I'm like, well, at this point, I'm gonna cancel like everything. And I've been a
They don't
customer
care.
since, they don't, right.
They don't care. They don't care.
You are not a consumer that they give a shit about, pardon my
They
French.
don't care.
And
as long as you're
sorry,
paid-
YouTube, but too bad. And it's outrageous, especially when you're dealing with something like that. So that's my story. If I start going anymore, I'll be giving too much away, and I don't want
Right.
people hearing this podcast saying, let's go hack Max. Like, you
Okay.
hack me, I'll sue your ass. There you go.
Well, I like when you're holding on the
Okay.
phone for like, for whatever, for, 40, a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour,
Yep.
and you finally get an operator.
And
And
then
you
they
talk to
hang
the
up.
operator, say, oh, you have to get this, this number. And I say, no, don't switch. And they'll switch you.
And
they'll
you're
cut
on the
you-
phone for another half hour waiting, 40
Right.
minutes.
or they
Like,
cut you off.
No one
All of a
works
sudden
or
you get a
has a
Delta.
job, only them, right?
Well, I have a
no-
funny story
nobody-
too.
Go with your story.
Okay, here's my story. I have 2, but I'm gonna do the one about my garage floor. I just had my garage floor done, beautifully done. We made sure we bought American-made WeatherTech tiles. My contractor put them in as per direction. He's a contractor. He knows what he's doing. He is good. He's done this before. The tiles all buckled up. So we take pictures, we send it to them, and they go, well, maybe your contractor put them in wrong. He spoke to me, said, no, I did exactly by your instructions. So he calls WeatherTech personally. They said to him, well, maybe you shouldn't put the car in the garage. And he goes, excuse me? He goes, it's a garage floor. The picture shows a car in the garage. He goes, well, these tiles are made for a garage without a car in it. You're not supposed to put a car,
You
or
not put
maybe
a
it's a
car in a
car in the
garage.
garage.
It
You're only
says-
supposed to tile it.
Or
Yeah,
or
this
they
is
say,
WeatherTech saying to us,
screw you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good for the weather as long as there's no car in it. It's fine.
and I
Okay, well,
buckled and
let's
everything
put-
was horrible. Then I called I personally called the place we bought it from. They were very nice. They tried to help me, and they just sent me something just now. I just got this by text by them saying this big long thing. We received the pictures you sent, and it does look like there is a gap between the walls and the tiles. There should be a 3/4 inch gap. If not, the tiles will buckle. They were a gap, but the tiles pushed forward and everything got crazy. They're saying to us that you should have bought this extra stuff to go with it. But when we spoke to the salesperson, they didn't tell us this. This is what they told us. And now they're telling us, well, you need adhesive, so we can send you the adhesive and the what do they call this? Another piece, a tile to edging to go around it, and it'll cost us another $600.
Wow.
Plus, I have to have my contractor come in and
Right.
redo it. So I am calling now I'm going to call American Express.
Hi, good
And I'm hoping-
luck.
Yeah, I know, because they used to be so good. You call American
They used
Express,
to
say, I'm
be-
screwed.
Right.
They screwed me, and they would go, listen, you have the platinum card, we're behind you 100%.
Now,
Not.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing, is DirecTV. I called them on the phone. I'm paying the highest amount you could pay for DirecTV. I have every single station, and I'm entitled to HBO Max. And then when AT&T took over, screw you, AT&T, they took over and they say, well, we don't see you, you don't have the account. I said, you're sending me a bill monthly. We're paying $287.43 a month. And you say I'm not I'm getting all the channels. And they try to help me do this. They go, well, I'm sorry. It looks like you need to pay for this, or no, we entitled to this. And I'm on the phone for an hour and a half with these people trying to figure out where my account is. Then they switch me to someone else. She goes, oh, I'm an expert. Just please hold on. I'm checking this. And she comes back every few minutes. And then all of a sudden she goes, I'll be right with you. Click, hangs up.
Yep. That's the clincher. And then you
An
have to
hour
call
and a
back
half,
and go
almost
through
2
the whole
no,
thing again. It's
didn't.
exasperating.
and they
I'm
don't call
calling
it back.
back. I'm calling back to cancel my service because I just went to Optimum. I know it's not, but I had to do something. Was done. I'm gonna tell them, go screw yourself.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
done.
the problem is, and
People
this is
don't
what
care.
this is what the article said. They really don't care because there's only
care.
two of everything. I would speak to Phil about this years and years ago. And I said, there's going to be two of everything, and that's going to be it. And they're going to just be able to control you because you will not have a choice. There's no other choice. There are a few internet providers in my area. There's two, Optimum and Verizon. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know what
We
you
have
got.
Optimum. We just got Optimum this past year because we're in whatever.
Freaky nowhere.
New Jersey, nowhere. So now we got Optimum. We have Dish TV or Direct TV. That is it. So we have no
Yeah.
choice.
Right,
And every
exactly,
time
there's
it
no choice.
rains, when it rains or snow, I lose TV.
Yeah, but
And now I'm getting the internet and everything. And I'm
My
paying
wife is
$100
trying-
less.
My wife is trying to get us all off of any cable, but just use apps. Because it seems to be all
You're
the,
gonna get very frustrated with that, but yeah, go
Yeah, I
ahead.
won't do it. I know people do it. I just can't. I need my shows.
And they make it that the user experience for those apps is much
It's
to
not
be
easy.
desired. They make it so difficult. They don't have it in any really good order.
Yeah.
It's like you just don't exist. And the only thing that exists is the corporate mighty dollar. And the only thing that exists are these developers who develop stuff that they can understand. But when the UX and, user experience is put forth, who the heck is doing this? I mean, I guess they're making it for the 4-year-olds who now, can handle a cell phone.
What I told Optima though, I said, okay, this sounds great, but I have to tell you right now, within 2 years, maybe less, I'm going to hate you too. I'm going to think you suck too. Within 2 years, I'm going to call you and say you suck.
Yeah.
End of story. And then he started laughing. He thought I was joking.
Yeah.
Optima,
You ain't joking. Trust me, you'll be
I am
screaming
not
at them.
joking.
You'll be
I'm-
screaming at them. I can guarantee.
Oh, Maxine, do you remember what we used to say when we were in the music and all the problems? Bend over, it's the 90s in the time, or
Right.
kiss your butt goodbye.
Right.
Don't drop the soap.
Don't drop
It's
the
like they
soap.
don't really care.
No one cares.
It's bend
anymore.
over,
Yeah.
kick my ass. Just kick
Right.
me in the ass.
Just shove it up the back. Shove it into the back end, ladies and gentlemen, because that's all that we're getting here. No fun in the front, that's for sure. I mean, it's
Listen, it's all about the bass, not the treble, just the bass.
it's not only that, it's just the complete utter lack of care, the complete bending down to the almighty dollar. The greed perpetuates through Phil was predicting
That's
what exactly is
corporation.
happening now.
It's the bottom line is the CEO has to make his $20 million a year, even though the company is not successful. And basically everything is fed back into the bottom line of the corporation so they can give dividends to their stockholders.
Right,
But
but
look at
and
this.
now the
WeatherTech
market's
is an
tanking.
American company. WeatherTech's an American company. They say on all the commercials, we stand by our product. We find out the product we bought is no longer in use. They don't make it anymore.
Oh,
Now we
brother.
know why. But they say, oh, it's good. You just didn't put it in right. Wrong.
Everything is planned obsolescence.
Right.
My refrigerator just went out. It's a Whirlpool. But it's like, I think 5.5 years old, so there's no warranty.
Right.
Of course.
Call up a Whirlpool, they say, I'm sorry, there's no warranty on that, and we don't make any parts for it anymore. So I call my the tech guy, who's an individual. He looks at it, he said, it's probably the
Compressor.
no, there's a computer panel that I
Mhm.
have to
Oh.
replace, and that's $500. But and then he says, but I'm not sure whether this is the only thing, because after 5 years, other things go out. And it's
Yep.
like, things are planned to, anything that
Of
we buy
course.
is planned to be go out and become obsolete.
Right.
Mhm.
It's
Always.
just
And
incredible.
it's generally like about 2 days after the warranty goes out.
Yeah, they know exactly when it's going to go.
And then if the warranty, and if you still have a warranty, they'll look at it and say, well, that doesn't include this part.
Right.
It's.
That's like the warranty for cars.
I just get
Like
so frustrating. Yeah.
Cars it's the same thing with cars. That's why my next car is, the sooner the better, is going to be electric, because there's less parts in that car, and you're not going to be spending $7 a gallon of gas. So
but
the
then
There are
return on
other
inve-
things,
the
the
return- they are-
batteries.
No, they're working on batteries. Batteries
I know.
work. You can, they'll be able to switch up. That's something that's being worked on, that they're manufacturing them. Plants are coming online to do them, because Ford and GM, mostly Ford, I mean, they're going to be selling the F-150 trucks. And the people who buy those trucks are not going to want to, know that the battery is not, is not good anymore. I need new battery, whatever it is. It's going to last a long time to begin with. But still, I mean, when you can get F-150s on the highway, then we're going to be switching. The car companies are ready to start
All
getting
switching
electric.
over. Yeah,
You know,
it's
but
about
we need-
time. And we have to pay pay the money to the man.
Right.
The man.
Basically, what
Yeah.
I'm afraid of is that the power grill is going to go out. You're not going to be able to electrocute your car. All of a sudden they say, oh, there's so much power being used because there's so many electric cars out here. All of a sudden the system is going to blow out.
No, the system won't blow out, but the system needs to be revamped. So they have to simultaneously get the power, the transmission lines and all the power that's stored, within the lines. There needs to be, you're right, Malcolm, they need to have that in place, but it seems to be trickling in. So there's not going to be any issues with it. And more people are getting.
In 10 years.
I'll talk to you in 10 years. Be happy to. No
Come out,
problem.
God's ears.
Yeah, Malcolm, I'm talking to you in 10 years. I'm going to say in May of 2022, and now it's May of 2032.
Right.
I have my electric car and I love it.
Yeah, you'll be surprised how time goes fast. I don't know.
Excuse me. In 10 years, I'll be in my little plane going to place to place. I'll be like the Jetsons.
The Jetsons,
You
sure.
Like
think?
the Jetsons, the little space thing, yes.
That's what they said that would happen in the year 2000. It didn't happen.
It's in my head already. I've been flying in one of those for years.
I've been flying
Yeah,
since 1980, so.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, when you think about it and you think like in 1980, it's like 2000's 20 years away. What it's going to be great. Everything is going to improve. Everything's going to be fantastic. And now,
wrong.
now we're in like a total crap hole. It's a cesspool of life is what I call it.
Well,
I mean, Joe,
when I sit down and write, I say 2022. That's almost to me science fiction.
right, sure.
It is.
It is in a way. I mean, you would think, that there would be a lot more. I mean, there is innovation. The major innovation is this.
Well, the internet.
Well, the cell phone.
Right, cell phones.
If you ask me what's probably the greatest invention, I mean, the most innovative and used invention, it's this. The fact that in the palm of your hand, you can get anything at any time by just
Excuse me,
putting it
Maxine?
in.
The greatest invention is not the cell phone.
Saran wrap.
So, saran wrap.
Well, that's
Saran
Mel
wrap.
Brooks. Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner and the 2,000-year-old man. What's the great invention? Saran wrap.
A toilet paper.
Oh, no.
Because
Is it?
with so many people around, it's thank God we have something like that.
Yeah, well, so what was your answer, Redhead?
Saran wrap. That was my answer.
Was it?
I was
Oh,
gonna
you were
say.
right.
Oh,
I
yes,
was ahead of you.
yeah.
Okay.
You
know,
knew what my answer was. That's what I'm cracking
Remember?
up.
But I don't
And-
know about you guys, but I seem to be, the older that I'm getting, the
Mhm.
faster time goes by. I mean, I remember just celebrating the new year. But
Yeah, we all do.
and
Sort
it's
of.
going to be June. Half the year is almost over. What
This is
happened?
True.
June is busting out all
the-
over.
Yeah, everything's busting out all over. It seems.
I remember as a kid in school, in elementary school, that it seemed to be two parts of the year. One part was we went to school, and then at equal time that we were on summer vacation. Then I
Yeah.
remember someone telling me school is 42 weeks and summer vacation is only 10 weeks. It didn't seem right to me. It seemed like it was equal.
Yeah, well, when you're a kid, your time frame is different for sure, because you're busy playing and running and going and finding the ice cream man. Have you seen the ice cream man? And Mister, I'm next.
I'll have a chocolate soda.
Wait, I only have
I
a
only have a
penny.
penny. My mother said
My mother
you
said
should
you should trust me. Mister,
I'm
I'm next. Yeah, we have to get that album like digitized.
Yes, I have it on cassette, but there's no cassette players.
No, well, that's off topic. But
Okay,
anyway,
guys, it's about time to say goodbye. It's about time to say goodbye. Do you have any
Shabbat
last-
shalom to
Shabbat shalom.
all.
Have any- Yeah,
So-
because we're doing this instead of our normal Wednesday. This is Friday.
Mhm. Right.
this is
Because
Friday, and
somebody had to go to some sort of water plant.
I did. It was very interesting, but you know, when you have sometimes other things you need to have done and it's a conflict of dates.
Now, you know,
So,
you say that the show must go on.
well, yeah, I'm getting
Must.
paid big bucks,
Well-
so I don't know. It's out of love, so
Uh,
I need to, you gotta sometimes prioritize a little bit.
Max, read your contract.
I read my contract. I should be getting
Eh.
my bonus anytime soon, which is, what am I looking at? Package of Malamars and
No, pack of Joya jelly rings.
well, I get the Malamars, you get the jelly rings.
But by the
Hey,
way,
Mr. Malcolm, you better like fess up. You owe me a box of Malamars and Rusty
Me
a box of
jelly ring,
Joya
Joya
jelly.
jelly ring.
So there you go.
Give me your Christmas list now, so I'll be.
You'll be all
by
ready.
a little bit of
Okay.
time. But by the way,
Okay.
if TV people are listening to this, I want to stream this on TV, because right now, or actually, it's not on TV, but I want to get this streamed.
Okay.
For-
Well, it's on
for
YouTube,
internet
so
network.
that's sort of TV.
It's
but-
an internet network.
We need to get more social media. I think we need,
We should be the
we
next
need-
Golden Girls and Guy.
no, you know what we need to do? We need to get, even though I hate
I
it.
don't know. I know what we need to do, but my wife won't let me.
Oh, I'm afraid, I'm not going there.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I'm very
Max.
scared.
Well,
Take us
we
out.
have to do an at Tush Twins for Instagram, and we have to do a Tush Twins site. We have to do a Tush Twins site.
You have a Tush
So
Twins.
people could send us questions and stuff, you know? So
Okay, we'll do that. We'll mark that
I
up. But,
think we should do
I might be getting off Twitter though.
yeah, I wish I
Yes.
could. You're not
No,
gonna
it
want to be on
depends.
Twitter. You're,
If Mal-
if you're,
If Elon Musk is buying, I may get off.
you can't, because if you're doing your cannabis business, you're gonna need it.
Right.
I hate
Yeah,
to
but
say
he's
it.
letting some people
But
on.
I just read an article that he's basically not letting the one person that was taken.
That's
out
all
of
I care
context-
about. I was
was
listening.
taken out
I
of
follow.
context, but
I
Yeah,
hope so.
Anyway, Max, take us out. We're over time. We're running over.
all right. Well,
Oh,
there's no out, but thanks for joining us for Tush Twins, and look in the next couple of weeks for some Tush Twin handles so you can reach us on social media. And
Beep, beep.
always remember, cherish your best friends.
Actually, you're designing the Tush Twin t-shirts and sweatshirts, right?
Yes.
Right.
For summer
But,
purchase.
but we have new t-shirts coming out that I wanted to name, but they won't let me. We need people to save the button hook forest and get our t-shirts. Go to savebuttonhook.org. Don't say what the other t-shirt name is. I'm gonna get in trouble.
I won't,
Bye,
but
guys.
I like it.
Have a
Bye.
good-
Are you
Shabbat
a button
shalom to
hooker?
everyone.
Bye. Ciao.
Maine.
Bye.